Hello guys, it's Christian and it's me and I'm going to play World of Tanks, and this game is also free. Um yeah, I play a lot of free games because I don't have a job. So I don't have any money. So I have to borrow free games, but this one is actually really good. And I was like, when I read free to play, no, that can't be, because this game, it shouldn't be free to play. So I felt almost cheated, like there must be some sort of catch. Come on, how can this game not cost any money? And I found out the catch was that if you want bonus things or stuff like that, you have to pay like in-game money for it, and then to get the in-game money you have to pay real money, and but the bonuses don't really matter. It only speeds up how fast you can get new things. But I think I'll make like at least one movie to every tank, and there's an awful lot of tanks. As you can see here, this is all the German tanks. Now these are the made up in categories. Like out here on the left you have the artillery. It also says here SPGs is just a fancy word for artillery. Then there's light tanks, and they stop around here. And then you have medium tanks, and then you have heavy tanks. And the heavy tanks, they look pretty sick if you compare it to the one I have right now. Now I played this game in the beta, and I actually got very far. With the Germans, I made it to a Tiger. I know, say very far a lot. I saw a lot of guys driving around in this, and as you can see, it's still massively bigger than the Tiger, which most of you should know, and if you don't, go study. And there weren't any French tanks, and as you can see, they just come out, so there aren't a lot of them. There's just medium tanks and heavy tanks and light tanks, so no artillery or... Oh yeah, I forgot a category. Tank destroyers. Maybe I should explain how the different classes, as you can call them, works. Like, I didn't play a lot of artillery because, I don't know, I didn't like it. But the way it works is that you can shoot very far, and you shoot up in the air, and you hit down on the tanks, and I sort of felt like that it was too overpowered. I mean, the tanks don't have any armor on the roof, so if you get hit by one of those, you're probably dead. And then there's the light tanks. That now they are fast, but really fast, but they don't have a lot of armor or damage. So what they usually do is scout. The light tanks scout for the artillery, and then the artillery shoots down on the tanks that have been scouted. Medium tanks is, you know, a mixture of light and heavy. They okay fast, they have okay armor, and they're just good overall. And then there's the heavy tank, which you could probably figure out. They are very slow, have a lot of armor, and deals a lot of damage. So if you're a light tank, you don't want to run into one of those. Now, tank destroyers, they aren't fast. They're like heavy tanks, but they're different. The gun, you can't turn the tower all the way around, so that's a disadvantage, but they damage more than heavy tanks. But they have to turn the whole tank around if they have to shoot someone behind them. And while you're doing that, you can get killed or destroyed. So you can see there's Germany, France, USA, and USSR, the Soviet Union, if anybody should be in any doubt. And all except France have all the classes, as you can call them. And when I played, I played mostly German and the US, because depending on what country you choose, tanks differs. So like, I would say that the German tanks are most best at being heavy. They have the best heavy tanks, and maybe also the best tank destroyers, while US has the best medium tanks, and yeah, they have really good medium tanks, I think. As far as the beta, I haven't played since the beta ended, but I wanted to play it again, so I thought you guys would watch. And here, the Soviet Union, they are good at artillery and light tanks, because they have the fastest tank in the game. Now it can drive, as I remember, 70 miles per hour. Or I don't know if that's kilometers. I would have to check. That's not it. That's not the fastest one. Here we go. A20. Yeah, kilometers per hour. As you can see here, you can see all the stats for the tanks. There's the whole armor. You can see the sides. That's the front. That's the sides, and that's the back. Turret armor. Standard shell damage. Standard shell penetration. So you can't actually damage anyone who has armor higher than this. If you also have higher armor on the back, which is usually the place where you have the least armor, you are pretty much screwed. Rate of fire, turret, traverse speed, that's how fast you make your turret turn around. View range, that's how far you can see the tanks. Signal range, that's how you spot tanks. So the higher signal range you have, the longer you can say to the guys at the back, hey, there's some guys up here, come and help me, or artillery shoot here. Speed limit 72 kilometers per hour. That's how fast it drives, or turns. Sorry. Engine power, I didn't really think that mattered, because depending on what engine you have, the faster you drive. The weight, depending on what things you want on the tank, you can only have till 19.5. So if you don't upgrade your tank, you can't have all everything on it then, because it will weigh too much. Alright, I think we have enough explanation for now. I probably will get more into it later. Now, because I was in the beta, I already have this tank. As you can see, it's a lot bigger than the small standard ones you start with. But let's play the Leichtraktor. Yeah. Let's get back into the German. So what you do is just click what kind of battle you want. Well, I'm not in any group or clan, so I can't do this. So it's just standard battle, and then just click. They have made some changes. Yeah, I know how this works. Just get me into the game. Click battle, and there we go. We have already found a server. Himmelsdorf. Somewhere in Russia. I would believe on the Dorf. Derp. And you can see the white ones are those who have loaded, and the grey ones are those who haven't. And I guess I'm being slow because I'm recording. Let's just hope it won't lag. And you can see the different tanks the teams have. There we go. Look at the graphics. I mean, how can this be a free game? Yeah, I know it's not, you know, Guild Wars 2 or anything.
Time to roll out!
I just have to close something down. And everything is very loud. I'm going to turn down things. Oh my god. This is all very loud. Alright, that'll do. So here we're in the game, and look at this shit. Pile of shit. No wonder they call it Leichttractor, because it's just like a tractor who has got a turret on its back. But we can zoom all the way in, so you can snipe tanks. That's also one of the things with tank destroyers, they can see very far, so they can shoot very long distance. Mostly good at defending. But here's the circle. You shoot inside the circle, so it could be random. So if I stop, you can see the circle gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and then I will have a lot more precise shot. Also, you have to buy ammo in this game. You gain silver coins by just joining a game, and then you have to buy new ammo, and that's also how you buy new tanks and new components to your tanks. And we're just gonna wait here and see what's gonna happen.
One of our tracks was hit. Vehicle destroyed.
And there we go. I'm already out of the game. I was one shot from behind. And then there's nothing to do. That was that. You can't... You don't resurrect or anything. Your tank is... you can play that specific tank while the server is still up. So until somebody has won or the time has gone down, I can't play that tank. So either I have to wait or I have to pick another tank. Let's just play the French tank. I haven't played... the French tanks weren't in the game, in the beta. So... but I don't think there's a lot difference. Maybe there is. We'll just have to find out. Alright, another... I remember all these maps. So... this one is fairly boring because you can see the open field. If you go out there, you'll just get shot. So people usually do is they take the map and then they go to the right and come from behind. But some will still stay and defend the massive field out there. But if you go out there, you'll probably die.
Move out.
At least in the beginning. Whoa, this tank turns slow. Oh yeah, and mostly everything can be destroyed. You can see you can drive into trees and I'm not gonna shoot, but you can destroy those. You can destroy some buildings, not all. Oh yeah, and that's something new. You can buy like camouflage to a tank, but that won't change the fact that on the map you can be spotted. I guess it's just harder for somebody to see you. Like there, you see 2 red spots, and we're gonna try and take him out. Fire!
Enemy is hit.
Enemy is hit. We got him. He has 70%
Punched
life.
right through their armor.
Oh my god, we're gonna take him down. Die, you son of a bitch. For Mother France. Or I don't know what you say in France. Sacré bleu. That's the only French I know. So... and then he disappeared. Nobody has the signal range to show him. Oh, but he popped up there. Come on, come on. Fire. You can destroy like the engine and the... I don't know, the tank feet? I don't know what you call them in English.
We didn't penetrate their armor.